The Raft and the Waves from Open Circle's Birth Partner Meditations. We will begin by sharing information about the meditation practice and then continue on to offer a guided meditation. We encourage you to listen all the way through at least once, and then you can use the timestamps found in the description to directly access the guided meditation section for future practice sessions with your birth support. The benefits of the Raft and Waves meditation include providing a powerful exercise to facilitate connection between the birthing person and their birth support or partner. It helps the support person understand how to effectively sense and respond to the birthing person's needs. And it helps the birthing person learn how to receive the support of their birth partner. To get ready for the exercise, find a place where you will not be interrupted for 5 to 10 minutes. Later, you can practice anywhere, anytime, and in shorter stretches. Wear clothing that is loose around your belly or waist and does not restrict your breathing at all. And then with your birth partner, find a very comfortable position for each of you where you're in solid physical contact, optimally with your torsos touching each other. Some options would include lying down and spooning, having the birth support with his or her back against a wall and the pregnant person leaning into them, standing facing one another or in a slow dance position, or potentially with the birth support standing with their back against a wall and the pregnant person's back against their belly. The goal of this breath meditation is to help you connect to your own breathing and your partner's breathing. Please do not force your breath to be faster or slower than is natural to you. And also, don't try to match your partner's breathing tempo. Rather, just notice their breath. We're working to let our body, not our mind, guide the tempo of our breathing. If you find that you feel anxious or experience physical discomfort when practicing, please don't force yourself to continue. Let go of your focus, breathe naturally, and see if you can find a more comfortable position. As with any exercise, sometimes we need to practice a few times to get used to it, and we do encourage you to try that. But sometimes the exercise actually needs to be modified for the person doing it or the birth team doing it. Don't hesitate to let us know through the comments section or emails if you need help making it work for you. Guided practice, the Raft and the Waves. Before we begin the meditation, I'm going to ask you to scan through your bodies. If you notice that you'd be more comfortable by shifting position or bringing in some pillow supports or other supports, please make those adjustments. And the more at ease our body can be to begin with, the more we'll be able to focus on the meditation. Once you have found a comfort point, then I'm going to ask you to tighten your belly and your hips and buttocks for a moment, just to begin to notice the difference between a tense lower body and a released one. So tightening your belly, pulling your belly button toward your spine, tightening the buttocks and hips. And then let that go completely. Feel your jaw soften. Notice if naturally a sigh comes in and out of the body. Good. And do that one more time. Just tighten up for a moment, feeling that contraction of the muscle. And then let the muscle go slack. Feel the weight of your body leaning in to your support surfaces or into the weight of your partner's body. And then if your abdomen is contacting your partner's body, you're going to use that point of contact as your reference point for the next section. If your belly is exposed to the air, not pressing against anything, then I'll have you place your hands on either side of the belly button or underneath the belly button. Now we'll begin to notice our body expanding into our belly as we breathe in, our belly reaching toward the point of contact, hand or body. When you breathe out, notice how your own body kind of softens toward your center, moving a little bit away from the points of contact. And we'll spend a few moments noticing that expansion and filling of the body as we breathe in, and the receding or softening of the body as we breathe out. Like you were watching the breath as if it was a wave riding into shore, filling the hands, moving your body toward your partner's body, and like a wave riding out from shore back into the depth of the ocean as the breath moves out of your system. I'm going to have the pregnant person continue to stay connected to their own flow of breath in and out, remembering to let your body determine the tempo. It does not need to be longer than you would naturally take. You're just going to stay with that connection. Birth support, I'm going to have you bring your focus to your partner's breathing. So see if you can feel their body changing shape as they breathe in and out. You might feel this movement of their breath anywhere where your bodies are in contact. If they're resting against your torso, if your hands are resting over them. As if you were a surfer riding on the wave of their breath, can you simply feel the swells as they breathe in, and that swell settling down toward the seabed as they breathe out. You will become distracted at some point. You'll start thinking about something else, wondering if you're doing it right, wondering if it's almost over. When you notice that you've dropped into thoughts, maybe planning for tomorrow, just think of those thoughts as the clouds above the ocean. They move, they're present. But let go of the focus on the movement of the clouds and turn back to the movement of the waves. Once again, feeling your partner's body fill and expand when they breathe in, and settle toward center when they breathe out. Notice if you're able to hear their breath at all. If their mouth or nose are anywhere near your body, can you feel the temperature change of their breath as it blows onto your body with an exhalation? Float on the rhythm of their breath. And then let go of that focus completely, and I'll have each of you take a nice full sigh in and out. I'll have you return to noticing your own breathing. So the birthing person has been doing this throughout. I'm going to ask the partner to go back to that. Feel free to adjust a little bit if you need to. Now, partner, you're going to stay in contact with your own breath. So feeling your belly expand into your hands or your partner's body as you breathe in, feeling your body settle toward its center as you breathe out. And you're simply going to stay with that. When you become distracted, noticing it and coming back to your breath timing. And now the pregnant person is going to ride the wave of the birth support's breath. So, the person carrying the baby will begin to notice if they can feel their birth support's body shifting shape as the breath comes in and out. Can you feel it in the places where your bodies make contact, or where your hands may rest over your partner? If you were floating on a raft on the waves, could you float over the rise and fall of their breath? Can you hear their breathing at all? Can you feel the temperature of their breath anywhere on your body? Letting thoughts move somewhat like clouds or birds in the sky. And bring yourself back to resting on that raft of rising and falling breath. And then taking a deep, sighing breath in and out. Go ahead and take a sweet nap together, or if you need to get up and move, wiggle your bodies and make a gradual transition out of the guided meditation. You can find more guided meditations on our YouTube page. These are the meditations that we use throughout our birth education classes.